Hello everybody, I have got another quick guide for you. This is all about stealing from Loic, or Loic, however you want to say him. I'm using Woolgraph here with a couple of items that have pickpocketing there. If you notice, it was the bracers and 2 rings. Here I've got his talents here. Let's do, I needed to do bigger and better here. I think he's level 7. So this is about as early as I could get this done. You might be able to do this at maybe at level 6, but I think it's going to be tough to get the stats that you need. But anyways, all right. So my pickpocketing is all the way up to 6. Again, that's really tough to do unless you do it with somebody like Woolgraph, because he's got such a good pickpocketing skills to begin with. Again, though, I do have +3 for my gear, so his actual pickpocketing is only 3. Now, the important thing to know here is you have to talk to all of these miners to make them turn around. And that's just so that they won't see you when you're sneaking. If you try to do this with, you can try the sneak plus invisibility, but I think as soon as you pop out of invisibility, the miners all see you and you'll get jacked up. So again, just speak with all the miners once, and they'll turn around and face the back of the room. Now I am going to take one more character here inside, and then if you notice there, Arhu is sneaking around in his cat form, and he actually had walked into here, which I found annoying because he was keeping me from going into sneak. So what I did there was take one of my main characters and just walk right in front of him. Now, if you notice here, my my pickpocketing is at 6. The other important stat there is your dexterity. I think it's at 10 right now. And it's still not quite high enough. So if you notice there, it was telling me that I wasn't skilled enough to pickpocket it from him. But here at 10, it says that I am able to pickpocket him. But here he busts me again right away. So I think, I'm not sure if it works this way or not, but I don't know if there's a chance that I would be successful at 10 and 6. Again, 10 dexterity, 6 pickpocketing. I'm not sure, but what I did here was actually grab this necklace off of my main character to give me 1 more dexterity. So now I'm at 11. So again, I'm at 11 dexterity and 6 pickpocketing. So I'm going to try this one more time. I went invisible. That wasn't useful, but there I was able to pickpocket from him. So why? Why pickpocket from Loic? Well, you get that amulet as well as his 2 keys. The keys are for this hatch right next to us. And there are 2 bloodstones down there. And then on top of that, there's a waypoint down there that will allow us to go to, Sacred Stone. And actually allow us to... So not only that, not only is there that waypoint down there, but also by grabbing his amulet right now. Granted, okay, so I should have backed up and said this a little bit earlier. There actually is another way to get an amulet. Unfortunately, you have to go through the Immaculate Trial Grounds, I believe it is. There actually might even be 1 more amulet. I don't remember how many of them there are in the game, but I feel like there's got to be at least 2, if I'm remembering correctly. But why are the amulets useful? Number 1, you can actually get into Sacred Stone at this point in the game, which is, this is super early. Obviously, I'm only level 6, 7, so I've barely done anything in Seal, to be completely honest. But by using the Walk in Shadows ability, I was able to, basically sneak through Seal to get here into Silverglen. Obviously I failed to go invisible. You don't want to interact with the trap door there because, or while Loic is here, because he'll yell at you and probably call the guards on you. So I'm going to... Actually, I think what you can do here is actually if you talk to Loic and make him turn around, you can just sneak instead of going invisible, yeah, and then just interact with the hatch, and you'll be able to go down there. So why do this though? Why get this early, or why steal from this guy even in the first place? What's the point? Again, to get that amulet so that we can actually get into Sacred Stone. There's some merchants there that are really good. As well as you can actually continue on into the final area in the game, in the final town, which is Hunter's Edge. Again, why do that though? Same reason. There's some really good vendors over there that I like to visit really early on in the game. And unfortunately, the only way to do that is to have that amulet. Otherwise, you can't get into town. So here is the waypoint. Now, if you follow this, you can walk all the way over to Sacred Stone. Now, I've actually already done that. I've been to Sacred Stone already, and because there's another cheesy way to get here. Normally, you would need to take this route, but there is another way to get here without even Loic's amulet and without using that trap door on the waypoint there. I've got a video. Basically, it's my Tenebrium guide or my guide to getting Tenebrium really early. So if you want to know how to get to Sacred Stone really early, and I would actually just recommend taking a look at that guide. It's kind of crazy how early you can get the Tenebrium skill, as well as get over to Sacred Stone. So anyways, all right, so I actually needed to head here to the end of time because I wanted to grab Medora again. I don't know if this is the absolute earliest time that you can steal from Loic, but unfortunately it just takes so much as far as such a high pickpocketing skill as well as dexterity that's why I had to wait until I was, I don't know if I had to, but I waited until I was level 7. So I'm grabbing Medora here. I just wanted to grab her before I went back to Sacred Stone. Here, I'm actually gonna, I'll end up going back inside there. Unfortunately, though, with Sacred Stone now, technically you can run around inside there as long as you're invisible. But the moment someone sees you inside the city walls, you'll get jumped and attacked and most likely killed. But if you talk to the guy outside, and it's important to talk to him first, because if you don't, the same thing will happen. If you try to walk too far into Sacred Stone and you haven't, shown him your amulet, you'll get jumped, which I believe is what I did here. So we'll just have a look here. A look-see at what happens. Again, though, the cool thing about doing this so early is you can basically, the real win is to get those bloodstones really early. Here's where I'm going to get jumped. See, because I haven't talked to them and mentioned that I've got an amulet, so that's what happens. And these guys are pretty brutal. I don't remember what level these are, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say around 16 or so. So, again, pretty nasty for what level I'm at. But again, the other cool thing that you can do at this point is actually just go into the Phantom Forest. I think it's called the Phantom Forest anyway. It's the third area, and actually will allow you to walk all the way to Hunter's Edge. And there's all kinds of really, really good vendors in Hunter's Edge. So, again, if that's something that you want to do, well, take advantage of this steal from Loic early. Here, this is the mistake I made earlier, where I didn't talk to this guy and just show him the amulet. And then there you have it. So basically, by stealing it, we've fooled these guys into thinking that we're Immaculates. Again, there's other ways to do this, but it's more time consuming, and you can't do it this early. There's a lot more steps that you have to go through, that being taking the Immaculate trial, which that whole area is just annoying, but I think there is a bloodstone in there, so unfortunately I am going to have to eventually go take care of that. But the other cool thing about Sacred Stone here is if you've spoke with Brandon, you can, or you should have a box for carrying the Tenebrium around in. And now that we've got access here, what we can do is actually go invisible and steal one of those pieces of Tenebrium off of the shelves, and then take it all the way back to Brandon to complete his quest. So there's just all kinds of really cool stuff that you can do by stealing from Loic super early. Again, unfortunately, it's extremely hard to do, and it takes a lot of either gear or you can do it with more levels. The other thing is it's possible maybe to steal from him with a lower pickpocketing rating, but with a higher dexterity. I haven't tested that, but this was the earliest I could get it done. So hope this guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more. Thanks for watching.